All right, here we go. It is the first day of my bulk. I weighed in at like 150 size, holy cow, 157 and a half pounds this morning. I don't know if that's my true weight. I keep bouncing from like 155 to like 158. It's fluctuating because I don't have like a stable diet until like today, which I'll show you my full day of beef, and like I'm eating everything I can. So it's pretty exciting. I'm finally able to start growing a ton of muscle again. That's nice. And yeah, so I'll show you my first meal, uh, which will be my pancakes. So yeah. Alright, starting things off the bat. Get your blender. Alright, we're gonna do, this is fun. So if you've seen anything I've done in the past, I've used oats as my flour per se, but this time we're gonna do a quarter cup of oats instead of like a half cup. And we're actually gonna take this Birch Bender's pancake mix. So this way, it gets fluffier and just, better tasting pancake. This is keto. It doesn't really matter which Birch Bender you get, but I guess, I already have a lot of carbs in this one anyway, so maybe keto's better. But quarter cup of that. So it's like half and half of a serving for both of those. So, combine together, make a full half cup. Now we're gonna use some protein powder. I'm trying out the, what is this brand? Dymatize. They make like Cocoa Puffs and Fruity Pebble tasting ones, but this one's actually birthday cake, even though it's got the, the Flintstones on it. But let's try that out. I actually haven't tried it in like a shake or anything, but it smells good, so should make some pretty good pancakes. But boom, there we go. Next up, we're gonna do some egg whites. I want one full large egg, so that's 3 tablespoons. Let's see if I can get this in. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Nice to have it. Next up is some vanilla extract, just to help with the taste. Just 1 teaspoon of this will be sufficient. Nice. And finally, the last ingredient, the glue to hold it all together. In the past, I've used pumpkin, but because I can up the calories, since I am bulking, we're gonna do half a banana, which should be awesome. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna put some water in this and then blend it up, and I'll show you the mix and I guess the pancakes. Alright, and here is our mix. Oh wow, look at that pancake batter. Alright, and so we just pour it on. What's the best way to do this? There you go. Nice big pancakes. And for a final touch, we'll throw some blueberries on there, and yeah. All right, there we go, my protein pancakes. I made 3, so 2 of them are blueberry, 1's chocolate chip. This equates to around 400 calories, around 40 grams of protein, and around 50 grams of carbs. And so yeah, all right. I should mention how I start my mornings, or how I started this morning and how I'd like to start my mornings. I can't always do this, but I like to wake up, drink a ton of water, drink some coffee. Usually I put in like a little bit of cocoa powder and some salt, and I use that as my pre-workout basically for the gym, instead of using a pre-workout mix. It's just less caffeine, and I don't need that so early in the morning. So I do that, and then I drink some EAAs, which I highly recommend. And I go to the gym. Today I did shoulders and triceps. And then after that, I come home, drink some creatine, and start my bulk. Yeah. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Like, the best thing about bulking is as long as you're hitting your protein goals and your calorie goals, I mean, you can't have treats, you know? All right, it's time for my next meal. Rice, chicken, and kidney beans. This is just lunch. It's pretty bland, I just realized, so that's okay, I'll put it down. And yeah. All right, the next meal of the day is pasta. Yeah, this is meal 3, so yeah, I'm gonna put this down. It just helps to have it meal prepped and ready to go. And yeah. All right, here we go. Meal number 4. This is a turkey, zucchini, and potato. For the potato, I just put yellow potato into an air fryer with some avocado spray. It should be great. I mean, it fries it really well, so that's nice. What an air fryer should do. And then, of course, I have some sriracha sauce and some ketchup to make some spicy ketchup. And then I'm gonna put this down, and it should be great. Yeah, I just blended up the turkey and zucchini together. Fantastic. Just to prove how great it is, I'm gonna show you me eating, because why not? Pretty awesome. Yeah, that's good. Here's the potato. All right, it's time for the last meal of the day, which is dessert. So I'm gonna show you this mug cake using a bowl. So I guess bowl cake, which should be pretty good. So let me get into it. Let's use our protein. So I'm using a vegan protein powder. Never actually used vegan protein powder, but they say it bakes the best, better than whey. So we're gonna do a scoop of that. This is French vanilla. So I would recommend a vanilla powder for this, which makes the most sense to me. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of flour. This is just all-purpose baking flour. You could use gluten-free baking powder, pretty much anything. So there goes that. Nice. We want some egg whites. I'm gonna use about 2 egg whites, so about a 1/4 cup. Like 2 large eggs, I guess that's what I meant. All right, pour that in. I'm gonna crack an egg. Nice, coming all together. Almost there. Last thing I need to do is I need to add a glue to my batter. And in this case, that's going to be pumpkin. I'll use about 1/2 cup of that. So here it is. So 1/2 cup of this. Nice. See, like, this is a lot. I feel like this is my first time making this too. Let me preface this, so this might be a complete failure. However, as you can see, it's just so much ingredients and stuff that even though it's called a mug cake, I don't know if I'd be able to get this into a mug and keep it in a mug. But yeah, I mean, this is just the healthy version of a mug cake. Like, it's already, I don't know if you could tell that well, it's pretty hard to stir while keeping it all in the bowl. I might make an oopsie here and there. But we want a nice batter consistency. The concern is always like, oh, if it's too dry or too moist. Obviously, you could work with too dry, you just add more. But we're not using like water or milk or anything. Our water or moisture comes from the eggs and the pumpkin. So hopefully it's enough. It's looking like it might pan out. We get a good stir in there. Oh yeah. And before I forget, let me add one last ingredient into the cake. Simply just for the sake of it. Just some chocolate chips. Let me just do the whole bag. Just for the a nice little pleasant treat to go with it. And it smells very strong and vanilla-y. That's good, that's what we want. Nice. Nice. And here comes the hard part. In my opinion, just because so far everything's turned out so well. I don't know how long I'm supposed to put this in the microwave for. So I'm going to put it in for 30 seconds, but check up on it in 15, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so the mug cake is actually taking way longer than I thought. I put it in for 30 seconds, still very moist, so I put too much moisture in it, which is a good note for next time. So I put it in for a minute, still too moist, so it's in there for about 2 more minutes, you'll see. But in the meantime, a nice little treat to snack on are these little mini muffins I got. These are like the little bites I saw. These are the Kroger version, but still, just a fun snack. It is dessert time, you know? So, we get to enjoy things like this. But, yeah. Okay, here's the mug cake. Honestly, I don't know what the consistency, like how it should be, because it is still a bit moist. I looked it up, in the center it should be wet. The outside should be harder. So I genuinely have no idea. But let's put on our toppings, because of course it's dessert time. Some almond butter. Just sprinkle that on there. Nice. Can't go wrong with that. Looks fantastic. I love almond butter. It's not as good as peanut butter, but it does help nutritionally. And just some granola. Awesome. And this is the final product. So, I'll show you my first bite, I guess. That's pretty good. So I would recommend. Alright. I think that's a wrap on my actually full day of eating. I ate a little bit more than 2,300 calories today. And I had more than 180 grams of protein. So that's pretty good. That's way above, I think, what I need. So, all in a good place. And I'm going to monitor, see, you know, I feel like this is a lot of calories for me, personally. However, in every bulking calculator I looked up, this actually might not be enough. But we'll see. We'll see, you know, how my weight changes. From this point onward, it's gonna only be more calories. Once my metabolism starts speeding up like really fast. So there you go. I hope you learned something. All right, I need to make a quick follow up with the mug cake. I put it on for way too long in the microwave. It was way too hard for what it was. But that's okay. It's a learning curve. So geez, I don't know how long you're supposed to put it in there. I'm just gonna keep trying over and over again. Yeah, so good luck. All right, before I forget, here are the last things. Omega-3s and D3K2s, just some vitamins to help inflammation, and then also bone density and cardiovascular health. So yeah,